What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here and happy holidays to everyone. As you know, we're just coming off Christmas and we're all the way into the new year. So of course, gaming news will be a bit slow because we're at the end of the year, there's nothing much to announce. People are more focused on their family, spending time for the holidays, vacation, so not much going on. So for this video, I just wanted to talk about some games that are coming out soon. And not just that, but all these games are gonna come out specifically in a week. Like they're all coming very close to each other, and hell, like I'm gonna list some, but I think there could be potentially more in between the days, and that leaves very little breathing room between each other. That means it's gonna be a busy time, especially if you are a fan of gaming in general. And I'm talking about the end of January specifically. From the 25th to February 2nd, we are getting some great RPGs and fighting games all in a week period. And for me, that's like insane. I'm like, I don't know how am I gonna do this. The games that I'm talking about are Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy, Under Night In Birth 2 Celes, Tekken 8, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Granblue Fantasy Relink, and Persona 3 Reload. I'm not going to talk about this stinker that is also coming between those days. And this one is a bit questionable, the Jujutsu Kaisen game, but I might bite the bullet and cover it a bit just for you guys so you will know if it's good or bad. I know for some of you, you already might decide on one or two of these games. Or hell, I know some people just be like, well, there's so many games, I'm just gonna wait for a sale because I don't like, paying full price games, especially in the current times that we live in, which is understandable, like, great. But for me, and I also feel there's some people that will be in the same camp, these are all games that I am looking forward to, and I would also like to make content for them. So it becomes a tough situation where I need to have the time and of course the money, because some of these games have gotten expensive, like Yakuza 8 or Like a Dragon and Tekken 8 are both $69.99. They're $10 more than what we usually expect. That's already like what, $130 just for two games? Well, Under Night 2 on the bright side is $49.99. That's fantastic. Though there is a $59.99 version, which from my understanding, it gets you a bit of early access to the game, so I might get that one so I can have some space to play this game and then play Tekken 8, because Under Night officially, like the $49.99 version, comes out, and then 24 hours later, Tekken 8 is supposed to come out. At the same time, Apollo Justice. And then we get Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It's like all these games within this time frame, especially like if you're a fan of fighting games in general, it might be a bit tough. Obviously, some people might lean more towards Tekken 8 because it's more popular, while Under Night could be considered a bit more niche, but I love both franchises, so I'm like, shit, I need to decide, or I need to work out with my time. Then we get 3 breathing days, thank God, only for the 29th to get Granblue Fantasy Relink. And that's a game that I've been covering and looking forward for a while, so I'm like, crap. And then we get finally Persona 3 Reload out on February 2nd. So I have the 6 games. 4 are games that if you play, story mode or you're interested in the story, they would take more than 40 hours to finish for sure. So 4 of these games are time sinkers in my situation within a week. I mean, it was stated that Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth will be the longest Yakuza or Like a Dragon game ever, and you already know how much time one can sink in those games, especially with the side activities and missions. I mean, Persona 3 is probably going to be a very long, dense RPG. I mean, that's what Persona games are. Granblue Relink, I think it was stated it's going to be 40, 50 hours or 30. There is supposed to be replayability with endgame content, so if I get hooked by the endgame content, I'm just going to be stuck there also. For me, this would be quite the intensive week, monetarily, because of course I want to get most of these games, when they're out, and due to the amount of time I have to put to be able to organize when I'm going to be playing what. And of course, there's other games that are coming out in February, so it's an exciting time, of course, don't get me wrong. We're all hype, especially if you have your specific games that you want to play. But if you're somebody like me who likes to dip their toes in a lot of different games, likes to play everything, it's going to be tough deciding what you want to play now and then what you're going to wait for. Unless you have like infinite time and infinite money, which some people do, so hey, more power to you. In terms of content, I will have to be making a decision on what to play and what to buy later. I personally feel whatever game you end up gravitating to, I feel it's fantastic and it's going to be a great week for gaming. Since there's kind of everything for everybody, especially it's going to be a great week for Japanese games. Most of the games that we're talking about are from Japanese companies, especially that week, so that's super fantastic. As always though, it's not just about me. What are your thoughts, guys? Are you getting any of these games? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.